Just how important is it to get that win on Saturday heading into this Leagues Cup stretch?
Yeah, I don't think anyone can pretend that it doesn't bring with it a bit of relief. We wanted to make sure that we finished the year, or this part of the year, strong in order to give us a good platform going into the next stage of the MLS, and we've certainly done that. And as much as it's felt like and has been a really long, frustrating, difficult period, I think it's a relatively forgiving table in that sense, and we're certainly in touch with where we want to be. And I know that if we can replicate the form of the first 9 games and the last 9 games, we'll be exactly where we need to be, and we'll obviously be a stronger squad. We'll be stronger for the experience that we've had in the last 50 days or whatever it was, and yeah, I'm sure we'll be significantly stronger, and we'll feel far better about ourselves for this period once we see it with a bit more objectivity. But certainly to win, it puts us in a really good place.
Does it sort of feel like the parts of the whole are coming back together a little bit with guys returning from injury and with the transfer window coming back? Does it feel like there's some momentum heading into this as well?
Bit by bit we are getting there. I think we've still got a couple of anomalies heading into the Leagues Cup this week, with Robin being away, a couple of personal issues across the group, and still a couple of players to come back from injury that will mean we've maybe taken a step backwards ahead of Friday, but certainly moving into Tuesday we should be stronger again. And then obviously we're hoping that when we get back and the MLS resumes, we've got a significantly stronger squad for the window, and I know there's a lot of work going behind the scenes to make sure that's the case. So we do feel like we are in a significantly better place than we were 2 weeks ago, say.
Leagues Cup, second year of the competition, but first year for you to experience it. How do you approach it? Is it something you're excited about as a manager?
Yeah, I'm really excited about it, and obviously we'll approach every game with a real will to win for sure. We want to make sure that we use it as an opportunity to practice some of the stuff that we really need to get better at, and we want to make sure that we put on a good show in that sense. And we can certainly use it as an opportunity to make sure a few of the guys that we haven't seen so far get an opportunity to put themselves in contention for the MLS resuming, and a couple of players that have been out with injuries can have their first minutes, I'm sure, as well. So I think on many levels it's a really good competition for us.
When you look at a team like Seattle, a familiar foe for us, and certainly not the result we wanted going to Seattle, but do you feel like there's a little bit of an opportunity here to sort of right that?
Yeah, it was a tough day when we went there for a load of reasons. It was probably one of the most flat, stale performances we've had, but again, it was sort of in the midst of a lot of the difficulties we had. We went there on a day where they were celebrating their club's existence. It felt like it was a big, long procession beforehand. The game took a while to get going, and then Dev has an injury within the first 30 seconds or so, which took the sting out of the game, and it was as flat as we felt as a group of players and staff. So we'll certainly want to right this wrong on Friday, and then obviously we kick the MLS back off with the game against them as well. So it will be pretty decisive, I suppose, this matchup in the coming weeks.
The team is coming off a much-needed win after struggling to get results. How can you carry this momentum into the match against Seattle?
I think it's just focusing on, focusing on the things that we did well and trying to, tweak out some of the negatives. We won the game, but there's still a lot of play that we can improve on. I think it does help the team mentally feel that we can, start moving in the right direction after we finally got a win.
Seattle is notorious for being difficult to travel to, but the team has played them on the road during regular season play. What can you take away from that match, and how has it prepared you for this upcoming match?
We know that they have a lot of quality, and it's just being confident early on and knowing that we can play and really put them on the back foot, and yeah.
You've already played Seattle earlier this season and know what to expect. How can you use this to your advantage?
Yeah, I think we were a little flat when we played against them. I think so. The biggest thing is come out with more energy, and like I said, know that we can go in there and get a win. And I think if we all have that mentality, there's nothing stopping us.
Last question for you here. As a veteran, how can you prepare the younger players for this tournament?
I think it's just, this is a tournament that gives a lot of people opportunity. And it's just do your job and play for the team. And that's all you can do, and everyone's going to be here to help lift you up and make sure that you feel confident in your role.